Yesterday I put on a video. Hang on, just the light a bit. Oh, that's better. Right. Yesterday I put on a video of my recent vinyl stuff. Just because I felt like doing it. Watching more videos on YouTube, and I've got a feel taste for this now. So today I thought I'd concentrate on the CDs that I've got recently. There's a whole bloody pile of them, so sorry about the language. So I guess I started buying CDs in 1990, which is quite late really, because I was a real vinyl aficionado. So I started buying records when I was, 1983. I bought a copy of Complete Madness on vinyl and a copy of The Best of Bad Manners. They were my first records, and I bought vinyl religiously until then, until 1990. And then I got my first CD player because stuff was being released on CD that you couldn't get on vinyl anymore. It was really sad times at the time. Things have changed so much now, it's unbelievable. But yeah, so I think the first thing that made me was a Julian Cope double CD single or something, which I've still got somewhere. All my CDs, the rest of my thousands, are in the other room. But here's the pile that I got recently. Don't know where to start really. I think what I'll do is I'll start with these ones. Right, now one of my favourite bands is Levellers. First saw them in 1989 supporting New Model Army, and I went out and I actually got something today. Went out today just to a charity shop in Crackin. I live in Exeter, so it's not too far away, and I found this, which is a fan club only CD, a live CD. It's not the full band, but it's three of the Levellers, joined by the Reverend Hammer, and this was only available to members of the fan club. Now, I'm not a member of the fan club, even though I do love them. But this, I couldn't believe when I saw this. Now I opened it up and it's a bit scratched, but it actually plays through okay. Now I really will consider getting that resurfaced, because it's a cracking live performance. And then, talking of Reverend Hammer, I went to another charity shop today and I got this, which is playing right now. This is Reverend Hammer. It's the Green Fool recordings. It's actually the first CD I've got by him, even though I've seen him live with the Levellers and at Beautiful Days, their festival. They were both £1. That's pretty cool. This is playing at the moment. And another band that's Levellers-esque, but they're actually there before them, is The Men They Couldn't Hang. I had this on tape for the longest time, but I played it recently because I finally got another tape player, and the tape was all ugh. So I decided, I saw it on eBay. Can't remember how much I paid for that. I think it's about £1. Don't pay much more than that for most CDs. Cracking album. Love their version of Donald Where's Your Trousers. But that's a top-notch album, that is. Now, let's go to this pile next. I've been this is more of a sort of classic rock. Classic rock? Maybe you can't call some of these classic rock, but I think you can call this lot classic rock. Now, I love this CD. It's Black Ice by AC/DC. Cover's a bit beaten, but the CD's in really nice condition. Nice digipack. I think that costs like 40p off Amazon. I buy a lot of CDs off Amazon. If you go in there, if you look for anything, always look for the used, and because you can often pick up some pretty good bargains. Scott Walker, compilation of his stuff, his solo stuff. I've got a couple of other his albums, but I thought it'd be quite nice just to play in the car. So that's that one. This one I picked up for £1, Jefferson Airplane. Collection of live performances in the late 60s. That's really cool. One seller on eBay was selling off a load of Crackin CDs, so I bought these 3. I got the first Crackin CD, I really like that. It's got Hurry on Sundown, Paranoia, and a whole bunch of bonus tracks as well. That's cool. Also up was this one, which is In Search of Space. Fine space rock. That's got Silver Machine, all the original single version of Silver Machines on it. And also this one, which is Do Re Mi Fa Sol La Ti Do. That one's got Brainstorm and Urban Gorilla as a bonus track. One of my favourite albums growing up was a Crackin compilation called Masters of the Universe, which I've got on vinyl somewhere around here, and CD actually. But I absolutely loved that, and so I thought I'd expand my Crackin collection a little bit. This was just a bit of fun that I bought. The best glam rock album in the world ever, double CD, collection of the Motley. You know what you expect when you get a glam CD. But there are some quite unusual things on it. Got Lulu instead of Bowie doing Man Who Sold the World. Runaways are on here for some reason, God knows why. But overall, that's a good compilation. Now this is Steve Hillage, and this is Motivation Radio. Got this off eBay. I was just flicking through Spotify, and that just really caught my attention. I really like this album. I only had it for the first time sort of about a month ago, but that's a cracking album. And then I've been listening to an awful lot of, well, I think it was called soft metal and soft rock in the 90s, but basically it's sort of rock from the 80s. So I got a couple of compilations, got the Final Countdown, and soft rock anthems, and a bit of dad rock there, which I suppose because I'm a 40-something I probably should be listening to, but anyway. They're good for winding down the windows and driving down to Xmas. Now that leads nicely on to more modern rock. So let's get this part out of here. Now, over the last few years, well, quite a while actually, I've been getting into, I don't know what you was a bit, sort of stoner rock, stoner metal, desert rock. That kind of stuff. Thick, fuzzy bass, Black Sabbath influenced, and doom metal as well. And I've got a whole bunch of stuff here. Brimstone Coven, I found on Spotify. That was fairly cheap. That's £3 on eBay. Very good doom band. Then we've got the granddaddies of desert rock. Caius. Now I didn't have this before. I've had Blues of Red Sun and the Circus Leaves Town for the longest time, but I didn't have this one. I don't think there's anything particularly special about it, but I just thought I'd have it to complete the collection, because before that I finally got a copy of Welcome to Sky Valley, and that's a great album. Just the thickest bass. I love the bass on that. So plenty of people have been through were in their ranks. Obviously Josh Homme from Queens, Nick Olivieri from Queens and Mondo Generator, and why can't I remember the name of the lead singer? That is absolutely appalling. I've got a brain like a sieve. You got it in here? I don't think so, but the insert's in nice condition. Chris Gosper's juice, Master of the Universe, another Master of the Universe. Anyway, so that's good. And then I bought a whole load of stack of stuff just because I saw them cheap and I thought I'd give them a go. That's Inferno, more nice fuzzy bass. Charger, which is more punky. We've got Nick Olivieri's band that he was in after Caius, Mondo Generator, nice and heavy. Swedish band called Bethong. I'd never ever heard of them, and I just saw this going cheap on eBay with the tag Stoner Metal on it, and I Spotified it, and that is a brilliant album. Mushroom River Band, more thick and fuzzy. Probably one of the first stoner bands that I got into was Monster Magnet, and I got Twin Earth on a 12-inch. I saw that, I don't know, back in the day on TV. But I finally got the album on Superjudge. Very good record. What have we got here? Not particularly stoner, but they kind of get lumped in with all that, with the doom and stuff. But I think they're more metal than anything else. Got a couple of Mastodon albums. I got Blood Mountain, and I got Leviathan. Love the cover on that. Absolutely love the cover on that. They're really good. I think I've got another one. I think I've got their latest one actually coming. So hopefully that should arrive on the post soon. And that will be on another CD roundup if I get around to doing another one. Nebula. More lovely fuzzy bass. Bit of a blind buy here. Got Clouds, and I think this is a demo CD. I think they must have put it out after having put it on to Bandcamp. But I've listened to that. That's Ace as well. Another good band. Electric Earth. Nice and fuzzy. I do love my fuzz bass. Oh, it's just absolutely glorious. Another doom band. Magister Templi. Nice, slow and heavy. This one is a stoner compilation. It's got people, it's called Road to Nowhere. Got this for, I think it was £1 on Amazon. This is just absolutely incredible. Not so many well-known bands on here, but we've got, yeah, Mondo Generators on here, Fu Manchu, another good band, Dwarves, although they're not really stoner. Truck Fighters, they're a good band as well. Another, I think, Swedish band, I think. There's an awful lot of stoner bands coming out of Sweden. Transport League, that's good. One of the bands I've really got into lately is The Sword. Really like their stuff. Not so keen on the last album, but the four before that are all great. That's that one. And I think another Swedish band, Fireball Ministry. Them in CD case, he's got to find a spare one from somewhere. Got some knocking around. Fireball Ministry. And you can just, you know what you're going to get just by the picture on the cover, which is a whole stack of amps. So that's my stoner doom sort of malarkey stuff. Now, being an 80s kid, basically, as I said in my other video, I grew up, my teenage years were in the 80s, so I listened to an awful lot of 80s pop. And I've been starting to trying to get some stuff from there, from that era. And I've got quite a few here. Where's that one gone? Oh yeah, that's right. Alison Moyet. Beautiful voice, absolutely gorgeous voice. Now the cover of this is a bit beaten up. I've got this at 50p from a car boot sale. That's a debut solo album. It's got Love Resurrection on it, All Cried Out. And I also picked this one up today, Hoodoo. I haven't listened to that yet, I'm really looking forward to hearing that. Picked up a couple of In Excess albums as well. X, which biggest track was Suicide Blonde. Bitter Tears is on there as well. And I also got Welcome to Wherever You Are. It's got Heaven Sent on it, Taste It. So looking forward to hearing both of those. Do like a bit of In Excess. One of the big bands of this, I love this album, and I finally got me a copy of it. Got it out of a charity shop. I think it was £1.50. This is a cracking album. I think it's my favourite Police album, probably. It's got Every Little Thing She Does Is Magic, which is actually one of my least favourite tracks. It's got Invisible Sun on it. Like One World, Omega Man. Basically, back in the 80s, I taped this off a record from a record library. And I played it and played it and played it, and 30 years later, I finally got my own copy of it. Great album. Listened to that in the car going up to London the other day. Human League, Octopus. I do like the Human League. Dare is just one of the best albums ever. I haven't played that one yet. Tell Me When, I think, was a single. I'm looking forward to listening to that one. Band I got a couple of singles by before, Finally on Cannibals. This is just a greatest hits. But to be honest, I don't think I'd want a whole album of their stuff. This has got, you know, all the famous stuff, She Drives Me Crazy, Johnny Come Home, Suspicious Minds, Ever Fallen in Love, which isn't a bad version of the Buzzcock classic. Fun listen. Sade. Now I've got a lot of Sade stuff now. This is her most recent album, I do believe. Did she release anything? Well, anyway, this is 6 years old, but she takes about 10 years between albums anyway. This is Soldier of Love, is a cracking track. That's a lovely one. One band I could never get into in the 80s was Deacon Blue. They just got on my nerves. I don't know what it was. Absolutely got on my nerves. Now I picked this CD up, which is Macintosh Ross, which is Ricky Ross, and who was the lead singer in Deacon Blue, and the girl, that's really derogatory, isn't it? The female singer out of Deacon Blue. I picked this up because I thought it was actually by a band called The Great Lakes, who I've been wanting to find out more about. And then when I got out of the shop, I realised, oh, it's not The Great Lakes, that's just the album title. But I listened to it in the car, and it's actually pretty good. It's not anywhere near as annoying as I found Deacon Blue before, but that's not a bad listen. And I picked this up today, which is a copy of Depeche Mode's Playing the Angel. The back cover looks a bit water damaged or something, but I picked it up because I can get it open. Not only to get the album, that's the album, you also get a DVD. So that's a double pack. So that was quite nice for £1. So that's the 80s section of the buying spree that I had. Then we've got the indie section. Took a chance on this one. Really nice condition. I like the cover a lot of this one. This is Pulled Apart by Horses. Nice noisy stuff. I only heard a couple of tracks so far, but that sounds like it's going to be good. This is a good album. I really got into this. Never into Metric much before. I know I've been going in Canada for donkey's years, but this was the first one I actually heard by them. Really nice fold out cover. That's a great listen. Now this one I was absolutely dead chuffed. I finally got a copy of this, and it is virtually new. Couldn't believe this. For a penny. Alright, you have to pay postage as well from Amazon, but it's a penny, and it's the Arctic Monkeys fluorescent no, not fluorescent adolescent. Favourite Worst Nightmare. This is a great album. So many good songs on this. Dears for Dangerous, Fluorescent Adolescent, Old Yellow Bricks, 505. Really good. Lovely condition album. Really pleased I got that. This next one. Now, this is a band called Pond. And this isn't the Tame Impala connected Pond. Who, oh dear. How did that happen? Anyway, another inlay tray I need. This is I think they were a Seattle band. It's on Sub Pop anyway, so I presume they're from the Northwest, so that might be a false assumption to make. But they're kind of more grungy, punky sort of stuff. Looking forward to listening to that. Yeah, I've got bits of plastic everywhere now. That's going to be great on my feet. More British noisy indie. 80s Matchbox Beeline Disaster. That is cracking. More like, if you like the Horrors' first album, their garagey days, before they went all Simple Minds, that's more of the same sort of stuff. Alt J. Didn't they win the Mercury Prize for this? This is their debut album. I've forgotten what it's called. Oh yeah, an Awesome Wave. Absolutely stunning tracks on here. Tessellate, Something Good, Matilda, Tarot, Fitzpleasure was probably my favourite song of that year this came out, which I think was 2014. That's a great album. This one I picked up just on a whim. Because the thing about CDs is, because everybody's gone digital, it's like vinyl in the sort of the early 90s. Everybody's chucking out their CDs. I mean, you can get some fantastic stuff. It's ridiculous. Because everybody's just listening to it on Spotify or Deezer or whatever. And I think quality sucks. I mean, yeah, I love vinyl. I love vinyl. But I'll readily listen to a CD as well, and you can pick them up for £1, £1.50. I mean, it's just ridiculous what you can get. Anyway, Wolfgang, I'm sure I've heard of them. I think they're guitar-y kind of stuff, but I really haven't heard that yet, so looking forward to listening to that one. Leave that one there. Oh yeah, we'll do these two together. Couple of Fold CDs. I didn't have any of their stuff on CD, so I think these are the first two albums. That is got one of my favourite songs of the last 10 years on it, Balloons. I absolutely love Balloons, and that's pretty cool as well. That's those two. Bandit, whoa, sugar, just dropped them all, and they've all gone flying. Not how not to treat your CD cases and the CDs in them. Band that recently came together, and they've had some success. Empire of the Sun. Well, the singer out of Empire of the Sun was originally in a band called the Sleepy Jackson, and I had only heard a couple of tracks, and it was a band I really wanted to investigate. So I saw a couple of cheap ones. There you go. I mean, that was £1.75. That was about £1. Just happened to see them really close together. So there we go. Sleepy Jackson. A couple of CDs from Interpol. Can you see those there? I dismissed Interpol a bit, just as Joy Division clones, but they're a bit more than that. I'm actually enjoying listening to them now. So we've got Interpol and Antics. I saw this for 75p in a car boot sale, and this is just absolutely beautiful condition. I don't know what the woman was doing getting rid of some of the CDs I got of her, but this is Best Coast. Nice guitar-y, blondie-ish. Maybe not blondie-ish, but it's in lovely condition. Give that a go. Strokes, Angles. I've heard this, and I wanted to give it another chance. Not impressed on first listen when I heard it a while back, but I do like a lot of their stuff, so I thought I'd give that another go. One of my favourite discoveries of the last couple of years, and I know they've been going a while, sometimes it takes me ages to pick up on bands. The amount of music I listen to, you think I'd pick up some stuff they used earlier. But Les Savy Fav, I think that's how you pronounce it. So Les Savy Fav, this one's a nice one. It's a compilation of early tracks, I do believe, and it's got a DVD with it as well. I haven't watched that yet, but that should be good viewing. Room, that's a great album. I got this because I saw it for £1 in Poundland, which is a shop where everything's a pound, and they sell loads of CDs off, and most of it's absolute rubbish, you know, Westlife and Ronan King rubbish. My friend Claire will hate me for saying that, because she's going to go and see him in October, but I don't like him. Anyway, so American Idiot, we all know what that sounds like. Great title track. I think they will overreach themselves a bit with some of the tracks, but that's a good listen. Crips debut album. Do like this lot. Really like their attitude a lot as well. I was really into a lot of around the turn of around the millennium, or just after. Following the Strokes, there's an awful lot of guitar bands that came out. Now, I love my guitar music. I do love other stuff as well, but I love my guitar music. One of the bands that came out was the Datsuns, and this one's Smoke and Mirrors. Slowly getting the rest of the Datsuns, but along with the Vines and D4. Absolutely love that scene. Kind of punky guitar, classic rock based. That was brilliant. Now, one of my favourite bands of all time, and in fact they produced one of my favourite albums of all time, is this lot, and this is a compilation of Screaming Trees stuff. I got this because I've got the rest of their albums, apart from the last recordings. I haven't got that yet, but this has got some unreleased tracks on it, can't get anywhere else. There's some singles tracks as well. I haven't got any of their singles. I've got one single, but I haven't got many of their stuff. I cannot recommend highly enough. If you're going to get one of their albums, I would actually get Dirt, which is probably one of the best rock records you could ever hope to listen to. It's not just grunge, it is just absolutely fantastic record. So that's that one, and I've listened to that a lot lately. Band I've always meant to listen to, Lamb Chop. You see that there? Yeah, there we go. Lamb Chop. I love the cover. I think the cover's gorgeous. Haven't listened to that yet. I think they're more like old country, I think, but I will find out when I actually listen to it. And then we've got a uncut various CD I picked up for something like 50p, based on Fleet Foxes label. There's a Fleet Foxes track on there. People like Beach House, Midlake, Dirty 3, The Tiver, Live to Experience. So that should be a good listen. Fleet Foxes, their last album, Helplessness Blues. I played that to death. Just as well CDs don't wear out. Also like a bit, got that one there. One of my favourite bands, Spiritualized. That's A&E. Haven't listened to that yet, but I do like, is it Soul on Fire? I think it is. But they're always a good listen. And then a couple of more dancey stuff. Well, kind of dancey, but they mix rock in with it, or the rock attitude at least. Prodigy, Invaders Must Die. This was a really good outcome back after so long away. Wasn't so keen on their most recent album. There's some cracking tracks on there. Omen. Whoa, blew my head off. And I'm so glad I finally got a copy of this as well. This is Justice. Now this is Justice's second album. Nice poster. And it's kind of arena dance rock, but there's so many good tracks on here. Horsepower, Civilization, Ohio, On and On, New Lands. Just start to finish, that is an absolute classic album, I think, and I think it's better than the first one. Probably a lot of dance purists will think I'm absolutely off my head, but I don't care. Right, a few more CDs left. How long have I been? Oh my goodness me, it's been half an hour. Well, if anybody can sit through this, then you deserve a medal. But I've only got a few more albums to go. Diana Ross, really been getting into her stuff lately. This is just a compilation, sort of typical tracks. A lot of Diana Supreme's tracks on here as well. Very nice listen. De La Soul, which is a best of, double CD. Another quid pound, look, there's a proof, pound. I really got it because I didn't have Della 6 foot, what's it called? Their debut album anyway, 6 Foot High and Rising, I think it is. Or is that Johnny Cash song? Anyway, whatever it is. I don't have a copy of that, but I do like the singles of it. Me, Myself and I, Say No Go, I Know and The Magic Number, which are just 4 classic hip-hop tracks. That's a good listen. Everything's a good listen. Well, not everything. And then recently I've been listening to a lot of people like King Tubby and a lot of dub. And I saw this in HMV the other day for, it was only £4, brand new. And it's a double CD of dub. And it's just absolutely brilliant. Just so chilled out listening to all this stuff. I think a lot of King Tubby mixes are on here. But that is a great introduction to dub if you have never listened to it. Probably, and the last few ones are 2 of my favourite singers from this century. We've got Lana Del Rey, this is her second album. Nowhere near as good as Paradise or Born to Die, but still some really cool tracks on here. West Coast, Pretty When You Cry, Shades of Cool, that's a good album. And then I just went overboard on this woman. She is absolutely fantastic, and I had, well, I guess, what did I listen to her on? Oh, I guess it was Spotify, I guess. Played her over and over again. So I just recently got all 3 of her albums. So there's Youth Novels. If you haven't heard Lick a Lee, then you really need to hear her because she is brilliant. Comes from Sweden. It obviously helps that she's absolutely gorgeous as well. That's the debut album. This was the one that really got me into her. This is Wounded Rhymes, and it's got, oh, I've just noticed that's upside down, I have to do something about that. This has got I Follow Rivers on it, which is just stunning. My favourite song for the last 5 years, absolute favourite. And then this I got for something like 20 pence off Amazon, and it's still sealed. This is her latest one. This is I Never Learn, and that is fantastic. Right, well, if you sat through all of that, We're now on to 35 minutes, so I hope you enjoyed sharing my new purchases. Let me know what you think of any of these albums. Let me know any recommendations you might have, seeing as you've probably got a good idea of the sort of stuff I listen to now. Thanks very much.